Hello, friends. Well, headed back up on these old rocky ridge tops. It's a job to get in some of them. This here's one that I've put off all summer long, but it's time. Snakes are in, ticks are in, and it's cold. And that's just what I like to get up in these old rocks. They're hard to get to. Well, it's rained the night before. It's pretty this morning, but as the day goes on, it gets real cloudy. Well, working these old rocks, there's a lot of history laying here. I find way too many musket balls. Too much history's went on here over the years, from settlers to pioneers to just plain hunters, and maybe some Civil War action. But I have to look. So, stick around and let's get started, see what we find of history. There's a 10. If that'd be a shotgun shell, that'd be the first one I've found in a while. And it is. Right there. 16 gauge. Hope you can read that. That's an old one. The top's about rusted away. All that's left of it is the top. Moving on. I reached 12. See what that is on the side of this steep bridge. Faint target right there. There we go. There it is. There's something right here. If I can get it out of the ground. There it is. Shotgun shell. Peter's referee. That's probably 100 years old. Another nice one. I had to collect it. Yeah. These equinoxes giving me some weird signals in this wet ground when you find a target, or you find a piece of a target or something. All right, moving on. Guys, I hit a target here that I ain't heard in the woods. It could be something, it could be nothing. Well, listen here. No iron. About a 40. Well, we'll see what that is. I've never had it. That's higher than a shotgun shell pitch. We'll see what that is. It's got a little iron around it, but not on it. But I've been through so many times. We're gonna find out. Let's see if the old pointer will find it. Showing it. Get it here where I can share it with you. Oh, goodness, it would be in this hard ice, rocky clay soil. My goodness. Good solid target. Well, so far it's just rust. Why would it give that high signal? Why would it give that high signal to be rust? Looks like I'm just chasing something rusted away. Put this over here in the pile. Alright, I'm going to hit this with this big one again. If it still does the same thing. Nope. How in the world did it put that off like that? How high pitch that is. Such a high pitched sound. Such a high pitched sound. Just to be rust. That don't make sense. One more tank here. It's just anywhere a scratch, just something rusted away. See, I'm just raking it around. Just metal, rusted away metal. Don't know what this was. All right, get my pile of metal up here where I don't hit it again. And I'm not gonna dig no more of this chasing rust. That was just an awful good signal not to try something. Okay. Moving on. I got 11 to 15 there if I can get to it. Under these old wet leaves. Between some old tree limbs. A little bit iron, probably just an old shell going away. If I can get down here. There it is. Sometimes you gotta chase them things around. See what this old green thing is. Winchester New Rival. That's an old one. That was a favorite back in the day, evidently. And you can see how he hit the primer dead center. Don't know what they were shooting it in, but that was a favorite old shell. Clean up my mess here. Always clean up your mess. We're moving on. Didn't go 10 foot down this log, and there's another target. 10 to 15. Hard to get down in some of these places. I'm gonna get down anyway. Red like a shotgun shell. Get my hands dirty again. Another old musket ball looking. Right there. That's a pretty good size one too. Red just like a shotgun shell. See what, let me look at this one. Definitely another musket ball. I'll have to show it to you in the description right here just as soon as I lower my hand. Yep, another musket ball. Tell the way it's been pulled there. Old country here, buddy. Old country. That's only them things could talk. What gun and what year did they shoot out of? By who? Okay, moving on. Guys, this is some really rough country. I mean really rough. These old rocks here, the snakes are in, so it's time to start getting in them. But it's so rough, it's just so much to look at, so many places. I probably went over a lot of history. If you don't go square over it, you never hit it. And so there's some old rock formations here. There's some cool looking rock formations in these old ridges. Look at these rocks, just like somebody just stacked one there. Cliffs, everything else. So I try my best to check them out. And you never know, there's some surprise waiting on me. I just gotta know which hole to stick it in. Well, anyway, I love getting in these old woods. These old hunters don't get in this part of it that I know of. So I'll get on back in here as the hunting season dies down, get back in the older history that I haven't even touched the surface on. So, well, let's get back at it. There's a 17, 18. There it is. I've raked it out. Old shotgun shell. I mean, it looks rough. Must have raked it out under them leaves. That's why it wasn't in the ground deep. .16 gauge, so they don't make them anymore. All right, moving on. That, my friends, acts like an old nail. But I'm going to see what it is. Looks like I got a target and I don't have a target. There we go. There's a nail with a ribbon on it. About 4 inches deep. Looks like a regular old nail with a ribbon on it. Probably a marker for a fence or something. Who knows? Well, that's it. What I figured it was, a nail.
That was it.
Moving on.
There's a 15 to a 19. I don't hit nothing though. Old rotten tree here. Well, I see it coming up there. Old shotgun shell. Got plastic in it though, so you know it's made since the 50s. Let's see if I can identify it.
It's an old WW 16 gauge under an old rotted away tree. Been laying there a long time. So you know this is at least back in the 50s. Alright. Clean up my mess and moving on.
Well guys, here's the day's find. As usual, it don't look like I've burned it up, but it's hard work up in these rocky ridges. And man. But anyway, I found some more shotgun shells. I really like finding these and collecting, and I hope you do too. A lot of people think they're trash, but no, you can date these things. There ain't no guesswork about it, and some of them are very old. I'm trying to find the oldest yet. But anyway, I found this one, Winchester new rifle. Now this old baby, they started making them in 1897, and they quit in 1901. It is an old shell, and it's a favorite. I find more of these in these old ridges than I have anything. That was a favorite, a Winchester new rifle, really old shell. And then another old one is this Peter's, old Peter's referee.
1902 to 1911.
And that is a nice old shell. Pretty good shape. It's just according to the metal in them. Seems like the older they are, the better the metal is in them. There's more brass. Nowadays, they're just more or less tin and scrap. They don't last no time. They rust away. But this is a good old one right here. Good collector. Here's another old one. New cheap. This is 19, this is 16 gauge. This is a rarity. I know they quit making 16 gauges and ammunition for them back in the 80s. But this right here is a 16 gauge Western new cheap. And the date on it, they started making it
1898 to 1914.
That's an old shell. Before Winchester bought them completely out. And this one here, this is not that old. It's a Winchester Super Speed.
They started making these in 1937 up to 1972.
So it's an old shell, but it's not super old like the old ones. And you see how the metal is in them. They just don't last like the real old ones. But still pretty good shape the head is. That's what really counts. And I found this one here. You think this is real modern, but it's not. This is a WW. You barely can make it out right there, but it's a Winchester Western when they was trying to merge. And I dated this old thing, 1958. to the 60s. 16 gauge. That's when they started putting plastic in them in the late 50s. Different companies. I found this old nail. I just thought I'd throw it in there. It's more or less trash, but it had a ribbon on it. Might have been a marker way back. Somebody surveying the land or something. Who knows? That's got to be. I found that 4 inches deep. Yeah, that's nothing but trash. And right here, I found another old piece of lead. That looks like a. I thought it was a musket ball, but it ain't. If I can hang on to the thing, it's got a. Look like a 22. See that there? How that's the back end of a 22. It flattened out. That's all I think that is. But I didn't get to film that because my camera messed up. I do that every once in a while. I think it's on, it's off, and I go ahead and dig it and then be off. But that's just the way it is. Now this I did get to film. You seen this? Looks like another musket ball. That's flat there, but see right here, I tried to clean it off a little bit. You can see it is lead. You can see that. And you can see the flat spot there on top. Looks like it's been pinched off. But I really can't really tell. It's so white and old, a ridge around it. It's just according to who made them. Some people made them good, they didn't have a ridge around them. Some of them over-poured the hole, swelled out and made a ridge. But that looks like a musket ball. And to me, that looks like about a 45 caliber. Now that's a pretty good find. Well, there's today's finds, guys. It's been a bad day. It started out real cloudy, and then the sun come out, then it got cloudy again, and that cold, and it rained, and some kind of front coming in. So, I hope you enjoyed, and we try to get back in there again. So, hope you all have a good time. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.